So there's this thing that I've been doing for a while. Recently was given a name, drizzle. That's when you have to deal with the insanity that is modern feminism. Well, you give them back what it is that they're giving to you. You let them know what it's like. If there's a female teacher, well, she wants to SA you. That's the word we're supposed to use, right? That's what she wants to do. She wants to SA you because she's female, right? Isn't this the narrative we're supposed to be selling? I mean, it's okay one way, isn't it right the other? I know a lot of women who refuse to date people their age because they're all children. Let's hear what this woman has to say about children. Mind you, I was charged as an adult at 18 for disturbing the peace. I'm pretty sure that 18 is a legal adult.
20-year-old girl looks like a baby hanging out with like a 38-year-old man. No one in the comments is calling this out. Actually, everyone just thinks they're cute.
Let's go all the way back to the very beginning.
Why is it normalized for grown-ass men to hang out with children in New York? It's strange. I just saw a video in here with a 20-year-old girl, looks like a baby, hanging out with like a 38.
Looks like a baby. She's 20 years old. I'm pretty sure that that's an adult. See, this is one of the things with Natalie Bollinger, that people like to just change the facts around to their own form of fiction, claiming that I was hanging out with Natalie Bollinger when she was 13 in some of these, which is not the case. Some of them wanted to claim that we dated, which is not the case. Now, this lady here, definitely not a lady. She's already assumed that if they're talking, then it must be a sexual relationship. Well, that's what I would assume if my son had a female teacher. I'd assume the same thing that this woman is assuming. If my son was 20 years old and hanging out with a 40-year-old woman, does that make that 40-year-old woman guilty of SA? Does that make him a child all of a sudden? The other thing is equality here. If a 40-year-old woman smiles at you, it means she wants to SA you. If a woman is broke and she says hello, it's because she wants to SA you. Now this right here is equality. Until every woman is treated like she's SAing children and put in jail and or prison for it, they have no right to complain. Boys are molested and sexually assaulted every day. Every single day in America. There are 29 million American males who are victims of sexual assault before they turned 18. So enough of this. And with all these women complaining that they can't get laid, that these guys won't date them, that they can't get laid. And then they say, oh, men only want one thing. Men only want one thing. Men only want one thing. Well, thank goodness that that one thing is something that so many women want as well. Now, here's the thing. If we only want that one thing, we're simple to please. If women are allowed to be sexually attracted to somebody, then men should be allowed to be sexually attracted to somebody. Looking someone's direction doesn't make them a rapist or a child molester. Having a penis doesn't make them a rapist or a child molester. And there's a reason that we have the cutoff age of 18. The other thing that I personally find disgusting is that in a lot of states, the legal age of consent is much younger than 18. We're talking like 13.
Year-old man. No one in the comments is calling this out. Actually, everyone just thinks they're cute. Because in New York, it's normalized for older men to hang out with fetuses for fun and to make...
Yes, fetuses. That's right. If a woman commits a crime and she's a grown-ass adult, well, all of a sudden she's a fetus. If a grown woman wants to hang out with somebody and this lady doesn't agree with it, then all of a sudden that guy must be SA. Isn't that correct? A fetus. You know, Natalie Bollinger wasn't even allowed to talk to me until she turned 18. Every time she talked to me, I told her she needed to go away. It was not okay to hang out with me. And you know what that reason is? Because we got a bunch of fucking lunatics like this crazy nut job here who want to pretend that every guy is a fucking sex offender and that every woman must magically be underage no matter what age she is. She's a fetus, apparently. Well, if this woman is going to tell us that other women are all children, if that's what she's trying to say, well, yes, we have already come to understand that. All right? There are many men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s who are done with women as well because they act like children. The women who don't act like children, well, they might hold it together in public for a little bit, but at the end of the day, we have to deal with this shit.
Themselves look cool, I don't know. But what's strange is the people in this video knew each other probably since childhood. Like these old men will see these girls in their school uniforms, and then the minute they turn 17, 18, 19, they're like, let's go to the club together. Come on, hang out with...
17 is not a grown adult, first of all. And second of all, this woman is assigning this to people without finding out. You know, me and Natalie Bollinger never had sex. We never dated. But, of course, some of these predators in my life wanted to put down in my paperwork that shouldn't have even been there. Wanted to make a whole bunch of claims that were absolutely untrue. Wanted to claim that me and Natalie Bollinger dated, despite the fact that Natalie said that we didn't. That woman's name was Kara Johnson Miles, by the way, and she is one of hundreds of women who have done this. She pretended to be an autism advocate. She wasn't. She was just another fucking nut job like this lady. And I have had to deal with hundreds of fucking nut jobs like this lady getting a hold of me, telling me I'm a pervert, telling me I'm a devil worshiper, telling me all sorts of shit. Me and Natalie never kissed. We never had sex. We never, none of that. Natalie Bollinger was suicidal and she was my friend, and I did everything that I could to try to rescue her from her family and their fucking insanity. That's reality. I wasn't hanging out with Natalie because I thought I would get to have sex with some little kid. But this lady's fucking insane like the rest of you.
Me and all my 40-year-old friends.
It's been well established that if a woman is in her 20s, she's not a girl, and as an adult woman, she is free to make her own decisions.
Now you see this isn't the guy's real face, obviously. This is a channel called Taylor the Fiend. Taylor the Fiend, that's right, doesn't sound like a very pleasant feller, does he? Not really. There's a lot of guys who are men's rights advocates who are speaking up, and then there's a lot of them who are just genuine women haters. This guy's a woman hater. Many of the other ones are just Republican.
And if she chooses to date a man in his late 30s, that is nobody's business except hers and his.
So, my mom was 9 years older than my stepdad, and my stepmother was, I want to say, 11 years older than my dad. That might be right. I think she was closer to 20 years older than him, but I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. If you're sexually attracted to a man who's in his 40s, is that wrong? Are you going to complain at the women about this? Are you trying to have it so that the legal age of consent for women is, what, 25, 30? If you have sex before then, you what? None of this makes any fucking sense. So when it comes to the drizzle thing, we got a lot of female teachers think it's okay to have sex with male students. Most of them get a slap on the wrist. The female teacher here who had sex with a student spent 6 hours in jail. 6 hours. Imagine that.